Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas day 3. I've just had my piano lesson and my brain is feeling completely frazzled. Oh, my teacher is trying to get me to learn the theory, which is really hard, and I had my first little test. I mean, I say little test, I had to answer 3 questions, but there's multiple questions or multiple things within the questions. Oh my goodness, my initial reaction is always, I don't know, I've no idea. And it's really hard the older you get to get your brain working, but I do enjoy it. That's the sort of weird thing, not weird thing. The thing is, I do really enjoy it. I just struggle retaining information. So I now feel like I definitely need a coffee, which is good because I'm now going off to meet my sister and brother-in-law for a coffee in a new place that I've not been to before. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'll take you guys along with me. Hello. Oh, I've just had the best lunch with my sister and brother-in-law. It has been such fun. And it was an unexpected shopping spree as well. What was supposed to be coffee turned into 2 coffees and lunch out and shopping without leaving the one venue. It was amazing. Yeah, I've not been to this particular place before. They have, and it was, last time I went there, the building was used as a fabric sort of warehouse place, and I bought loads of fabric there. But now it's a cafe and sells lots of second-hand items as well as new items made by crafters, local crafters. So there was crochet on display and all sorts of other handmade items. But I'll show you what I bought because I'm a little bit excited. Can you tell? I could do with my stand. Where have I put that? Here it is. Let's put you on there. That's better. And I'll put some footage in of either now or I'll have already put it in of the place that we ate for lunch, and just a few bits of footage that I took in there. But let me show you what I bought. So first of all, I spotted there was some clothes for sale, second-hand clothes, and vintage clothes, probably better than second-hand. Anyway, spotted red, obviously red being my favourite colour, so that jumped out at me. And then I spotted that it was a Puna coat. I have a very similar one in purple. I mean, look at the lining as well. I'm going to give it a good steam. Oh, look at this. And last year, in the same town, when I was with my sister, I actually bought a hat that's pretty much the same colour as this. So, I mean, clearly it was meant to be. Look at that. That makes me very happy. So that's good, isn't it? Right, and then the other thing that I bought, and as soon as we saw it, I think my sister and brother-in-law may have even said, that's coming home with Amanda, because it's, you know, sometimes when you just see something, it would have taken a lot for me not to have bought this next item. My brother-in-law gave it the once over, and he couldn't see any real reason for me not to get it, so yes, I did. I'll show you. Look. Do you want to see inside? Make sure I get it the right way up. I mean, it's a little bit worn, obviously. I think it's this way up. Are you ready? The big reveal. Oh. Whatever. Oh no, it's the right way. Ready? Look. It's a record player, obviously. I mean, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that that is a record player. I mean, how could I not bring that home with me? I had to. It's gorgeous. I've no idea where I'm going to put it. I got rid of all my records some years ago, but it's a good excuse now for me to go into these vintage record shops, isn't it, and buy something. So I'm super excited. That is just going to look fabulous, isn't it? So, yes. It's only Wednesday, and already this week is just fabulous. So, yeah. And now, because once again I've been out of the house since early-ish, just before 10 o'clock, and it's now 2 o'clock, that's all right. So it's time for coffee and Advents. So grab yourself a drink and let's dive in. Should we give the new microphones a try as well? Should we do that? Right. Oops. I think I've set it up. So now I'm going to, I've got to press that button 3 times and it will start recording. So let's see. So I've just done a whole load of talking and forgot to set my camera recording. Basically, I've put the microphone on, I've turned it on, so hopefully you'll notice a difference. I've set it to record, so again, I hope that it's all working. The little blue light's on, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. I've got one light on the connector thing there. What does that mean? Well, we'll give it a go and see. What's that yellow button underneath? Well, we'll give it a try and see what happens, shall we? Right, coffee time. I think it's time for Advents. Oh, and coffee. Was this the one that was tastes of chocolate and raspberries or something? It's okay. I think I preferred yesterday's coffee. It's not the easiest of mugs to drink out of this, but it is exceptionally cute. So, you know, sometimes you just have to compromise practicality for cuteness, don't you? And this is a very cute mug. Right. Let's get straight in with the coffee advent. Shall we go in? day 3. This rich, indulgent coffee shows every bit of Deborah Azevedo and her mother's 4 decades of experience in creating top-notch Brazilian specialty coffee. It's grown at a relatively low altitude, which encourages a rounder body and subtle acidity. This entwines perfectly with a silky mouthfeel, a dried fruit sweetness, and Moorish hints of cherry and raisin, apparently. Now shall we do Elemis? Here we go. I'll lower you down. Number 3. Ooh, just down the bottom here. Oh, this looks quite full. Ooh, ooh. I think there's 2 things in here. The first one is a Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. Now, I have used this before. I treated myself to a pack of Elemis Travel Beauty Bits at Duty Free last year. And this really, really nice. So delighted that I've got some of that. And something else, can you see the tissue paper here? Flannel. That's super handy. Wow. Because this, you put it onto your skin, not lather it up, you put it on your skin, rub it all in. It's beautiful and smoothie, creamy. And then wash it off with a warm flannel. So, excellent. I'll pop it back in here for the time being, number 3. Advent number 3 will be the Hook and Cwtch yarn advent, which, as I've already said before, was gifted to me by the lovely Jess. I mean, I have bought it myself for the past 2 years, so when I'm in raptures about all of the yarn and the goodies, it's because I absolutely adore Jess's yarn, so it's not difficult for me to get excited about it, and I would be just as excited whether I had bought it myself or the fact that it's gifted this year really doesn't make any difference, because my yarn stash is pretty much 90% of Jess's hand-dyed yarn. Let's open her up and have a look. Now, where is number 3? There it is. Look. Oh, pinks. How gorgeous. So we've got a hint of the purples that we had last time. See, the purples was day 2. So we've got a bit of the purpley, deep purple at the end. Isn't that lovely? And this is called Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. That I just love. Love that. Beautiful colours. Shall we put number 3 Advent stitch marker on? There it is. Sparkly beads complement that quite well, don't they? There we go. And shall I open an extra today? I mean, I'm doing one every day, so I make it sound like I'm doing something different, which clearly I'm not. Let's find extra number 3. Oh, it's this big one. So it's a notions pouch. Again, this is one of the items that I made for Jess. So, hook and Cwtch yarn, A Night at the Ballet, Advent 2025. And beautiful ballerina on that side. So what I might do is pop the stitch markers that we had as extra number 1, pop that in there, and the yarn cozy from extra number 2, and then I'll also put the Advent stitch markers in that I made in there. I mean, just deceptively large, these bags. There we go. Fabulous. Yarn makes me so happy. There we go, pop that in there. And then finally, it's time for me to have my chocolate treat. Day 3. I wonder if it will be the Biscoff chocolate today, because I worked out if there's 12 of each, 12 dairy milk and 12 with the Lotus Biscoff pieces in, then in theory they should alternate it, shouldn't they? But maybe that's a bit too predictable. Maybe they're going to randomise it a bit more, keep us on our toes. So number 3, down here. It is indeed Biscoff, which is what I suspected. Hopefully my microphone won't be picking up me eating this. That is very, very nice. They've gone a bit soft actually, or softer. I wonder if maybe I should put it in the fridge to harden up. Might do that. I know what I wanted to show you. We started talking about the plants, didn't we? After the plant stand debacle on day 0. And I was showing you which ones had thrived and which ones hadn't. And I'd put a couple in the utility room. They have not come back to life as well as I had hoped. So I will go and show you those now. So these are two of the plants that I took off my sideboard when I was preparing it for Vlogmas. And this one I cut back and I, gave them both plenty of water. And this, look, this one is growing back, so that's good. I live in hope that this one will survive. This one, ironically described as a living plant, I'm struggling to see any life there. As I said, I have managed to bring them back to life before, but that second plant, I'm not sure that it is going to make a comeback. That could have reached the end of the line, but I won't bin it just yet. I'll give it time to redeem itself. But I'm not optimistic, sadly. Look at that one. I'm also not having a lot of luck with the Advent candle. At the end of the vlogs each night, I have shown you, I've gone out with some footage of an Advent candle burning. And after day one, I had to actually cut the candle back down to 2 because it's just melting in the middle, or burning in the middle. It's not burning on the outside edge. And I think that's because obviously there's some kind of plastic outer that's got all of the numbers on. So I cut it down with a knife to, you know, the beginning of the number 2, but it's gone and done exactly the same. Let me show you. So it's burnt away in the middle, but not gone down on the outside. So yeah, so it's not really working terribly well. So I might have to bin the Advent candle. You'll discover at the end of today's video if it's there or not. But I did pick up another candle when I was in town yesterday after Knit and Natter. So I'm going to give that a try. I'll burn it down during the day and see if that is more successful in, you know, going down each number. If it doesn't work, there'll be no footage of an Advent candle at the end of tonight's video. I shall just do something else suitably atmospheric for the occasion. How did I miss that on my front bench? I think this is the AeroPress. We could have had the decent coffee. In the made properly better. Yes. Paper filters. There we go. Scoop, stirrer. Ta-da! Right, we will be sorted for tomorrow. I'll give that a wash and then we'll be ready for the morning. Happy days. I also want to plug my record player in to make sure that it works, because they said any problems I can take it back. So, oh, the microphone's still going. Lovely. Oh, the power light came on. That makes me very happy. I know it's not going to be the best sounding thing quality-wise, but it makes me smile. It made me smile the moment I saw it, and it will make me smile when I manage to get a record to play on it. Maybe that's something I need to somehow fit in during Vlogmas. Procuring a record. Let's wait and see, shall we? In the meantime, I've just got a very pretty looking thing for in my house that makes me smile and will make me smile every time I look at it. And every time I look at it, I'll remember the lunch that I had with my sister and brother-in-law and the lovely couple of hours that we spent chatting and laughing and looking at all the random things that there were in that shop. So it's all about making memories, isn't it? That's what life is about, making memories. Preferably good memories that make you smile. On that note, I better go and get some work done.
I don't know what I've just recorded, because when I looked up it wasn't recording anything. Did you get any of day 3's packed advent? In case it didn't record, I'll read the blurb again.